Okay, hi YouTube. Back for just a really quick video. Like I said, I wanted to start doing a bunch of just short, real quick videos just to go over the different aspects of the case. And today we're going to go back and revisit the bullets. So here, this is what we're going to talk about today. Just again, real quick, this is just a review. I've done longer videos where we've gone in depth over this. Over here is the item number. These are all of the bullets, the cartridge, and then the fragment that was found at the crime scene. The item number, the description, the weight after firing, the difference in that weight, where it was located, the condition of the bullet and that was found, or the fragment, what was located on these bullets, whose blood was found on it, who was absolutely excluded, or was there a mixture, etc. And now to go over this real quick, we have number 7 is the cartridge. I need to change that from unspent bullet to cartridge. So we have the cartridge is item number 7. The fragment is item number 31. Now here's where we get to the bullets. Number 42, 43, and 44. All of those, when you look at the photos, that they all belong to Kamel. Let's see. They were all found in the living room. And the condition of those was, we're going with Kamel's right here. So let's go here with 7. 7, 8, 9, lines 7, 8, 9. It was expanded and damaged, partially expanded, and nothing noted but says damaged. On number 42, it says blood-like and hair-like substance. Number 43, apparent blood-like. And number 44, blood-like. Was there blood found? Yes. To whom did it belong? Kamel. Number 42 and 43 indicated as female. Number 44, only single source. So of course. And then again, doesn't match David or Rania, and David and or Rania can be excluded. Now let's go to 45 was the bullet that was found in the downstairs basement wall. Of course, so it was shot through the floor and it went into the wall. So there's no DNA on that one. Now number 53, that is the one that was found like the next day. And so the full weight of that one should have been 180 grains. It was measured out at 169.54 grains, so it was missing 10.46. And it was found in the living room. Nothing is noted about the condition. It just says it's damaged. Now, the only thing that they could find on it, that they could see, was white material, but then they also says one small area had blood. So yes, it did indicate for blood, and that one was Rania's, well, had Rania's blood on it. Now, I don't believe this is the bullet that killed Rania. The mixture of the blood found on that was a mixture of 2 or more. Now, the people excluded were both David and Kamel. So we have a mixture of 2 or more individuals on item number 53. David and Kamel are excluded, but it did test positive for Rania's. But again, keep in mind that this was the bullet that was found when they were rolling up the rug. So this thing was tumbling through the rug as it's being rolled, and it rolled out onto the floor. So it is highly probable, and a halfway decent attorney, or even, a forensic person, could argue that that picked up DNA as it rolled on the rug. But we'll never know. It's about the only thing we can presume, because of how it was found. So it had keep in mind, it had a very small, little tiny spot of blood on it. There was no hair, no tissue, nothing else associated with it. So when you compare that with what the bullets look like that were the the ones that went through Kamel, I don't want to just sound rude and crude, but the ones that killed Kamel, those are obvious. You see hair mixed in, you see all kinds of stuff. But this one, item number 53, it's clean, it's shiny brass. It didn't even oxidize. Now, number 57, here we go. This is the one that had David's DNA. This bullet, this was the one that was found a month later up in the attic. Now, when you look at the different weights of these, look at the weights after they were fired through a weapon. I don't even know if it was the gun that was found at the scene. There's arguments against that, although some of the reports say that it was. Again, quickly for those who don't know, the reports state that when they did a test fire on that weapon, they had poor reproducibility. In other words, they couldn't get the thing to fire and show the same pattern, so in a consistent manner. So again, I have questions. Maybe nobody else does, and maybe the police can explain it, but they have a lot more explaining to do, to help us understand. And I'm not trying to sound arrogant. It's just that from what I see, it just doesn't make sense. So, okay, number 57. Now remember, these cartridges weighed 180 grains, and I showed you a picture of the box. Now this one, when they weighed it, it was 180.18 grains, and this is the one that was found in the attic. So it didn't go through anybody or anything other than a ceiling. It was only partially expanded. No blood found on this bullet at all, and they only found white material. So when what they did is then they swabbed it. They couldn't, because they swab something, they pour the little fluid on it, and does blood indicate, and none of that worked. There was no blood. So then they swab it, they take that swab, they send it off to the lab, and then the lab found such a small portion of DNA that they had to keep replicating it thousands of times in order to get enough DNA to say that profile then matched David. Okay, if a bullet is going to go through somebody, it's going to be more than just this little teeny minute amount. So another thing to keep in mind, and this fragment, when you look at this fragment, it only weighed 19.14 grains. And when you're looking at the other bullets found there, it could have easily gone with number 44. It could have belonged to one of these others, or another bullet that was just never found, or it was picked up or whatever. But taking out that fragment, because again, it's just a small piece, David loaded his magazines with 11 rounds. Now there were 2 rounds in the magazine and 1 in the chamber of the gun. So that's 3. Then let's count the rest of them. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're missing a bullet. So not only is a bullet missing from this magazine, but we have the bullet that killed Rania that's not there, and the bullet that killed David that is not there. Again, when you're going through these reports and you look at all of the labs that were done, there just was not enough blood found. They had to replicate and keep replicating David's and Rania's DNA that they found on these items thousands of times just to get enough to get the sequence that they could say who it belonged to. They didn't have that problem with Kamel's. So there we go. Just wanted to go over that really quick. So let me again, I always have a hard time finding out where to turn off the sharing. Yeah, so frustrating. But there we have it. So we're going to stop it here, and think about that. You can find these reports in multiple places. You can go to Greg's website. I think it's called a Gray Stage. But yeah, there we have it, folks. We got the bullets covered really quick, and next time maybe we'll cover more of the blood. So you guys have a good day.